Well, thank you so much for taking time out of all your travels to come here this very special moment when we just increased the size of the Lions family of A-16. So it's a proud moment for all of us. I'm going to turn it over to the head man, International Director Jerome.
Oh no, the head man is Chancellor Bob Corlew, our international president. And if you don't believe it, let me tell you that he would remind me if you called me the head man and he was here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Isn't it great to be a Lion?
Yeah.
Now let me tell you that this morning we have very important business. The most important business that we can take care of as Lions in the next few minutes. Some of you will find out if you're at dinner this evening that I joined the Lions Club in 1989 and I was 29. You will hear me say, why are you laughing? I was born in 1960, the day that John F. Kennedy was elected. I promise, I got it on my driver's license. I'm 56. I may look older, but I'm 56. Oh. When I joined the Lions Club, the Lions of my club are dedicated. They're serving their community now for almost 75 years. We've done remarkable things, but we've not always done the right thing. And I'm going to tell you, I went to 2 meetings, and this person they called a tail twister, who probably should have been fired. He kept finding me because I didn't have a pen on him. And finally I said, how come I don't get a pen? And the president reached in his pocket. He pulled out this pen, and we're sitting at a banquet table. He slides it down the table and he says, if you'll put that on, he'll quit finding you. Don't wear it and you get fined every time. I said, well, thank you. And he says, it also means you're a member of our club now. I was duly inducted that night into the Moulton Lions Club by their standards. Unfortunately, some of our clubs still practice such things. But what we're about to talk about is the most important thing that anyone can ever do other than developing a relationship with their God and marriage. And maybe having children. So maybe it's the 4th most important thing you do. And that is forming a partnership with your community. And beginning to develop a lifelong history of service to mankind. And we remember when we look back, when we were inducted into the Honor Society in middle school or in high school, when we were inducted into the Beta Club, or when we were inducted into whatever honor society in college, and we had those ceremonies, and they were so meaningful because all of our friends and our family, they gathered with us, and they were so excited that we had been recognized as being an honor student. Do you remember those times? You will never forget, as Lions, being inducted into your fraternity, right? It's hell. 7 months ago. They tell me it's Hell Week, but I don't know. I wasn't a fraternity person. So today, what I want to do is talk with the 7 of you. What you have agreed to do is join the world's largest service organization. 1.5 million members in 200 countries around the world in 47,000 Lions clubs. And we don't even know how many Leo clubs and Lioness clubs we have. Altogether, we're probably talking more than 50,000 clubs in our Lion family. That together, we've had such a great impact. We've impacted the lives of 135 million people in the last 12 months. But more important than that, we've impacted our individual members by allowing them to have learning opportunities, to have experiences, and to develop leadership. And really, the Lions Club helps all of mankind in the community, but we really help ourselves. And we're a project of our club, as well as a product of our club. It's nothing that we individually can do alone, but it is what we, working together, can do. Because even in your short life, think for just a second, of those people that have influenced you. Recently, someone asked me, as the local newspaper was interviewing, said, "Who's influenced your life the most?" And I couldn't answer that question with just one name. Because you see, I have a mother that did remarkable things as a single mother and raised 3 children. I know that people invested in me because I can think of the teachers that helped me to read and to write. And as I reached high school, those that helped me to reason and to be analytical. And then I remember college and the professors, and one professor that wrote a letter of recommendation that I still to this day believe was the letter of recommendation that allowed me to attend law school. Then I come back to my community and I practice law. But it's not what I do for them. It's what they do for me, the experiences and how that they have impacted my life. And so those are the experiences today that we're going to begin to develop and have the Lions of A-16 invest in you as you in turn invest in others. It's a vicious cycle, but it's one that we love because our motto is we serve. Our slogan, liberty, intelligence, our nation's safety. And our nation's safety is so important. And it gives you an opportunity to provide a safe atmosphere for others to grow up in. And so today, we're going to start with Leos. We're going to end up with Lions, but we're going to take and induct you in a most dignified way. We're not going to slide your pen down the table to you at all. And hopefully, you will understand your family that's here to support you, your Lion family is here to support you, and from this point on, we're going to march arm in arm, making a difference in the lives of others. We're going to call in the district governor to induct the 3 Leos.
Thank you, I.D. Jerome. So we're about to read.
Let me hold that for you.
That's okay. It just fell apart, just like me, but thank you.
I don't need to hold it?
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank
Do I
you.
need to hold the mic?
No, thank you. I'm good. I think I'm good. Anyway, we're about to begin the induction ceremony, which will welcome new members to the Oshawa West Leo Club. This is the most important occasion for these members and for the club, and I sincerely request your attention and silence of the membership during the ceremony. Please withhold any applause or demonstrations until it is complete. I now call Patrick Hiscock, Melanie Mintz, and Aidan Wilson to come forward, please. I would also like the Leo Club president and the Leo Club advisor to come forward too. Right over here. You're good there. So you have been invited to become members of the Oshawa West Leo Club, and we are happy and proud of your decision to accept. Membership in the Leo Club is a privilege. You are about to enter a program that extends throughout the world. It began in 1967 as an official activity of Lions Clubs International. Leo goals include high moral standards, personal responsibility, an attitude of cheerfulness and understanding, and in addition, extending a helping hand to those in need. Now in your own community and with your own acquaintances, an entire series of challenges await you. You are not alone in your efforts. At all times, you can count on the encouragement and cooperation of your fellow Leo Club members, officers, and the Leo Club advisor. They will be happy to help you achieve the high goals which you have adopted. Once again, I express my congratulations to you for having joined this club. I'm now going to ask you to formally accept your responsibilities by responding with a simple "I will" to the following. In the presence of the members of the Lions family here assembled, will you abide by the Constitution and bylaws of your club? Attend meetings as best you can, support and further the interests of the club in all its undertakings, contribute your fair share towards the financial support of the club, and assist in maintaining, building, and strengthening the membership of the club. Will you further help the club by actively serving on committees and in other capacities where your efforts are needed? And finally, will you try to develop in yourself those qualities of cheerfulness, service, and loyalty which should characterize a Leo Club member at all times? If so, please respond with "I will."
I will.
I'm now going to light one candle. This candle symbolizes the light that the Lions family of our great district shines on those less fortunate than we. Each new member we add will increase that light. I'm now going to ask each of you to light your candle to signify your membership. And as you light the candle, you will increase the light and thus make this a brighter place in which to dwell. So one at a time, if you can come forward and light a candle. Thank you. Now we'll see how really good you are. It's fine. I've got it for you. That's it. Good card. That's it.
So bigger.
You are now officially members of the Oshawa West Leo Club, but I'm going to ask your Leo advisor and your Leo Club president to accept their responsibilities to you. Will you, as Leo advisor and Leo Club president, promise that you will do all that is within your power to assist these new Leos to carry out their duties and responsibilities faithfully so that they can become great Leos? If so, please answer, I will. I'll now ask you to present their certificates and pins. Members of the Lions family, how do we receive our newest members? Now we're going to welcome 4 new members into the fellowship of the Lions Club of the Zeta Psi Lions Campus Club. I now call Justin, Evgeny, Justin, and Maverick to come forward, please. And by the way, for all you Lions, this is exactly how they're dressed at their meetings. Gentlemen, you have been invited to become a member of our fellowship, and we are honored that you have decided to accept membership in this club and in Lions International. Membership in the Lions Club is a privilege. You're about to become a member of the world's largest and most active service organization. Your invitation to this worldwide association is an honor because your sponsor has presented your name and you have been recommended to become members. All of us believe you will be great Lions and that your membership will be beneficial to this club and to Lions International. You have seen how Lions Clubs serve their communities and their neighbors who are in need. This humanitarian work would not be possible unless people are willing to give their time and their effort to the cause. Lionism is a cooperative effort in which members share the load of helping those less fortunate. I can also tell you that the rewards of Lions membership are great. You will enjoy the fellowship of some of the finest people in your community. You will learn of your neighbors' challenges and lighten your own by sharing theirs. You will be warmed by the thanks of the people of the community that you will serve. You will see the problems of the community, and as a Lion, you will assume leadership in their solution. You will come to know what is expected of you in the service of Lions. And since you have expressed a desire to affiliate with this club and with Lions International, I now ask you to respond with a simple, I will, or I do. Do you hereby accept membership in the Zeta Psi Campus Lions Club, knowing that you are expected to participate in the functions of the club as best you can? If so, please respond with, I do.
I do.
I'm now going to read the Lions Club's objects and code of ethics. The objects: to create and foster a spirit of understanding among the peoples of the world, to promote the principles of good government and good citizenship, to take an active interest in the civic, cultural, social, and moral welfare of the community, to unite the clubs in the bonds of friendship, good fellowship, and mutual understanding, to provide a forum for the open discussion of all matters of public interest, provided, however, that partisan politics and sectarian religion shall not be debated by club members, and to encourage service-minded people to serve their community without personal financial reward, and to encourage efficiency and promote high ethical standards in commerce, industry, professions, public works, and private endeavors. The Code of Ethics: to show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end that I may merit a reputation for quality of service, to seek success and demand all fair remuneration or profit as my just due, but to accept no profit or success at the price of my own self-respect lost because of unfair advantage taken or because of questionable acts on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down another's, to be loyal to my clients or customers and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or action towards my fellow being, to resolve such doubt against myself. And to hold friendship as an end and not a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of the service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but accept service in the spirit in which it is given. Always bear in mind my obligations as a citizen to my nation, to my province, and my community, and to give them my unswerving loyalty in word, act, and deed, to give them freely of my time, labor, and means, to aid my fellow being by giving my sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my substance to the needy, to be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not destroy. To the best of your ability, will you abide by the Lions Code of Ethics and Objects, attend meetings whenever possible, and contribute your fair share to the programs of this club, our district, and Lions International? If so, please respond with, I will. You are now officially members of the Lions Clubs International and the Zeta Psi Campus Lions Club. Could I have their Paul and Deborah? Could I have? And these are the guiding lions for this club. So I'm going to ask you to come over here, Paul, and present them with their and help International Jerome with their membership card and their pins.
Of course, I didn't bring my glasses.
It's okay.
It's a very special pin because this is a centennial pin, so it actually says centennial on the top because it's 100 year.
Please stay there, okay? We're now going to do the candle ceremony. The lighting of the candles represents the work we do in the service of others. We bring light to the darkness that sometimes envelops those who are less fortunate than we. In 1917, Melvin Jones called together a group of men to serve their community, and they lit the flame of Lionism. In 1920, Lionism had grown and spread across the international border into Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Perhaps the most single event which gave Lionism its first global service commitment came in 1925, when Helen Keller addressed the Lions Convention in Cedar Point, Ohio. She challenged Lions to become Knights of the Blind in the crusade against darkness. And since then, hundreds of millions of dollars have been raised to eradicate preventable blindness and support those who are visually impaired. And history occurred in 1987, when Lions Clubs International became the first major service organization to invite women as members. So International Director Jerome, I wonder if you would light the yellow candle in the name of Lions Clubs International. Just a big click. Thank you. In 1938, the flame of Lionism had spread across the provinces of Ontario and Quebec, and at that time, Multiple District A was created. Our own District A-16 came into being on July the 1st, 1976. We now light a second candle, Lion Jerome, to recognize the light that Multiple District A, District A-16, and this new Lions Club will shine on those in need. I now invite our newest members to light their candle to show how much their joining this club has increased the light shone by the Zeta Psi Campus Lions Club. Thank you. You notice that the candles shine brightest when things are the darkest and when lions are needed the most. And even though our candles don't seem to shine as brightly in the daylight, the need for lionism is still there. And the candles will continue to shine as long as there are lions. I'm now going to ask your guiding lions to accept their responsibility with a simple I will. So Lions Paul and Deborah, will you fulfill the following obligations? Be a sponsoring mentor for these new members. Make your new members feel welcomed. Introduce your new members to all Lions. Provide your new member with information about your club, the officers and constitution. Be ready and willing to answer questions that might arise. Encourage the new member to discuss with you any problems and to offer solutions to the best of your ability. And assist the new member in developing into outstanding lions. If so, please answer, I will.
I will.
Let me congratulate you and welcome you to the greatest service organization in the world, Lions Clubs International. How to receive our new members.
Any more photo ops?
So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come here to celebrate this. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling so happy and so proud right now. So thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day.